Hey you, welcome to the first episode of Made of More. If you're here, maybe you're going through something really hard. Maybe you're trying to heal. Or maybe you need someone to tell you that you're not alone. Or maybe someone to just hug you and tell you that you're going to be all okay. I'm not here as an expert or a therapist, or nor am I here to tell my story to seek sympathy. I am here as someone who's been through it, someone who broke and slowly put herself back together. This is my story of survival and strength. So let's get into the story. Maybe you can grab something to eat or drink because once I start talking, I don't usually stop. So it all started in 2021 during the second lockdown. My mother, the strongest woman I know, met with an accident. I saw her go from running the entire hospital ward to lying on a bed, silent, fragile, and in pain. She had to go through a surgery, and then came all the trauma, depression, and a kind of darkness that I never witnessed before. I was in college. It was lockdown, so everything was online. My sister was away. She was doing her master's in Hyderabad. So it was just me and my dad trying to keep everything together. I still remember that day in the hospital. We had to take my mom for scanning, and a very old lady came with the stretcher. So the Mother Teresa in me just jumped out, and I thought I would lift mom to the stretcher, and I didn't even bend my knees. And then I just, quickly went lifting her. That something cracked on my back. It was not very loud, but I knew for a fact that something went wrong. And I was right. That day, I didn't feel anything, but from the next day onwards, oh my God, I can't tell you guys. It was so painful. I couldn't move my back. It was like it was like a brick in there, stuck. And no one would believe me because I was usually this person who would just get away with all the house duties and responsibilities. So they just thought I was lazy to do or to help them. So I was just, chumma making reasons. But it just went on for a month, and they kind of knew that something was really wrong. They took me to the hospital, and then the diagnosis came. L4, L5 disc protrusion with an annular tear. Sounds very clinical, but let me tell you, all it meant was pain, pain, and just pain. It was like pricking your back with a knife so deep. I can still feel that pain. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, everything turned upside down. It was like my world just stopped. I was just 21. I just started dreaming. It was that phase in my life I kind of figured out that I was doing bachelor's in agriculture, and I kind of knew that I didn't want to pursue a master's in it. I just wanted to be an artist. But being diagnosed with such a severe disc condition and to dream of being a dancer, getting to pageants, everything felt impossible at that point of time. And I didn't even have the courage to speak to my parents because they were equally worried too. And just like that, I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand. There was just pain. Then how could I even think of dancing? There were days when I couldn't even sleep without pain. It was just painkillers, steroids. It just dulled my body. I lost a lot of hair. I missed classes. Back then everything was online, but there was exams happening back to back. I missed a lot of them. I felt numb and I felt isolated. And do you know what the hardest part was? That people wouldn't believe me because the pain that doesn't bleed, people don't know that, right? I felt like my entire body just betrayed me because I didn't know myself without dancing, without movement, without energy. I didn't recognize myself anymore. But somewhere amidst the silence and sleepless nights, there was this voice that would tell me that this is not the end. There was something inside me that would not let me give up. Back then, I didn't know what healing was or what healing looked like. All I knew was I didn't want this to be the end of my story. I wasn't chasing big dreams back then. all I wanted was to survive that moment. Show up, be there for my mom, show up for my dad, and just to be present, to just breathe. And I think that is strength too. It's not always winning, but it's also about not giving up. I'm not sharing this for sympathy, not at all. I'm doing this because when I was in that dark place, I didn't have anyone to tell me that, hey, I've been there too, and you're gonna get through this. I wanted that voice. In fact, I needed that hope. So I just want to be that person for someone else. I want to be that person I needed when I was breaking. Because you deserve to know that you're not weak for struggling. You are not alone. You are still made of more. If you are going through a very hard season in your life, I see you. And I hope this space becomes your soft corner where you feel heard, held, and understood. So, if you're listening to this and you're in a place where even waking up in the morning feels like a battle, I want you to know that survival is strength too. This podcast is for all the quiet fighters out there, the ones holding up when the world doesn't even know. You're not alone. Remember, you are not alone. Next episode, I'll talk about something that came much later: self-love. Loving the body that felt like let you down. That was the next battle. With love and light, always, Aishwarya.